Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. There we go. We stand 1 to 1 million. How are we doing tonight?
Right.
Yeah. I want to welcome you all to tonight's show. This little light of mine is mine, and I'm joined by some really talented, beautiful artists. And I ask one thing, that when you feel it, don't hide it. Yeah. Love. James Baldwin said that love's removed the mask we fear we cannot live without, nor can we live within. Maya Angelou added that love knows no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. But I would caution that the easiest way to fall in love often risks the hardest thing to get back. Clarity. The kind of clarity that comes from near-death isolation. The kind of lone silence that forces you to sit still and examine, meditate, and ponder on questions like, how can I give me that fierce love without wanting anything back? How can I push myself to achieve my real dreams without the hip-hop about if somebody will care, love me, or wait for me in the end? It helps you admit things like, I am afraid of my own spirit. My biggest fear is being alone.
Mercy, God.
It leaves you with questions like, how can I be in the presence of my righteous essence without missing something? And I sing.
I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pitied every groan.
But what about the love I'm supposed to have for myself? And shouldn't I be able to recognize my own cry? I know my existence is not the point nor the pun of it all, but the very idea of love seems to be a never-ending echo in the longing chamber. I'm talking about longing.
If I ruled the world,
I'd close my eyes and go back in time.
I'd free all God's sons.
I'd free you all from this notorious longing.
Black diamonds and pearls.
I'd release your spirit from this pressure because your mind is not a diamond.
If I ruled the world,
I help you live like your soul will never die.
I'd free all God's sons.
You know? Alice Walker once said that if God ever listened to a poor colored woman, this world would be a different place. And well, hopefully, he hears her now.
Oh, I will survive as long as I know how to love. I know I'll stay alive, 'cause I've got all my life to live. And I've got so much love to give. I'll survive. I'll survive. I will survive. When you, the one who tried to hurt me with goodbyes, did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I.
But I did crumble. In fact, I did lay down to die. Because the pain of losing is unapologetically abusive. And like my heart once said, I may never get through this. It may never be my season. I may never see the reason, but lies only provides what the truth won't. A second to stop and deny that this life only provides a brief moment of time, and the replay of today is all that's promised when the physical is beyond us. And if memory is forever, then loss gots to be necessary if it helps us remember that loving, longing for, and fearing loss is the only way, the only possibility that we will
survive. Yeah.
Thank you. This next poem, tonight's show is dedicated to one of my best friends that died a month ago. And to tell a little bit, just a little bit, of how, as Toni Morrison says, itty bitty this life is. She graduated in May. Her birthday was in June. She started a new job in July and had a stroke. And then had another stroke the next day. And then she was in a coma. And then she was gone. This life is so short. And this next poem is from my second book of poetry called African Booty Scratcher, Loving the Dark Child with Yellow Teeth, Peasy Head, and a Broken Smile. And this poem was one of her favorites. And I dedicate it not only to her, but really all Black women everywhere. But specifically, as you're here, I really dedicate this to the mothers of the 1960s church bombing. All the mothers who lost a child, or almost lost a child. Grief is real. And it's a process. And for a lack of better terms, we put a lot of stuff on Black women in this world and never give them the chance to let it out. So I hope you feel this. I hope you feel this. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 137 people moved by this voice.
One glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away. Oh, when I die, hallelujah. I'll fly away.
But before you fly away, sister, do me a favor and let it out. You see, we say a silent prayer when 9 are butchered and 8 are maimed and 7 are abandoned and 6 are barbecued and 5 goes to worship. Then 4 are bombed and 3 are accused and 2 go to trial and 1 mother screams because 0 are convicted. You see, 137 people moved by that voice, weeping for God, praise for her, and silence. Because not even in church is a Black woman allowed to mourn. And for those of you who don't believe me, check the Bible. Even it says, Mary not to weep. Martha, don't you moan. It made Sheba disappear into thin air. It has the nerve to say that the safest place in this whole wide world is in the will of God. And whether that's true or not, it forgot to mention that the most dangerous place has got to be a mother, and the distance between a mother and her baby in the casket. So sister, I said fly away. But before you do that, let it out. It out. May it fall like rain. May it fall like rain. Drip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop.
It's
drip,
me.
drip,
It's
drop,
me, oh
drip.
Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
Let it out, sister.
It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
Let it out, sister.
It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
And you don't need any tissue.
It's me.
You don't need an excuse.
Me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
Let it out, sister.
It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
Sister, if you let it out before you fly away,
It's me.
you'll go a little lighter.
Standing in the need of prayer.
And if you stay alive long enough, the thing that's making you cry will start to make you laugh.
Oh Lord,
If you stay alive
standing
long
in the
enough.
need of prayer.
Let it out, sister.
It's me. I'm standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
So, Martha, you can weep.
It's me,
Mary, you can mourn.
me.
And Sheba, if you can hear us,
I'm standing in the need
come back to us.
of prayer.
Come back to us.
I'm standing in the need, I'm standing in the need, I'm standing in the need, I'm standing in the need.
I can hear you.
Standing in the need,
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Prayer.
I can hear you. Sister.
It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. I know I've been changed. Hey, I know I've been changed. You know that I know I've been changed. You know the angels in heaven done sign my name. The angels in heaven done sign my name.
Brother,
The angels
mother,
in heaven
father,
sign
sister,
my name.
uncle,
The angels
cousin.
in heaven done sign my name.
And I wish my brother wasn't smoking no more. Because if he wasn't smoking, yo, don't you know that he would probably be one of the greatest reporters you'll see on TV? He'd be on ABC, NBC, oh yes, even BET. He would definitely be the epitome of what a great journalist is supposed to be if he wasn't smoking no more. Always 2 steps ahead of the rest. He'd be totally dedicated to keeping us abreast of current events and honorable mentions and speaking at conventions and able to face the toughest crowds without flinching, carefully choosing words, beautifully spoken if he wasn't smoking no more. I wish my sister wasn't smoking no more because she looks so much different than she did before. Her skin used to have such a beautiful glow, but she don't even comb her hair no more. She just stays up geeking for weeks in a row, and you know her opinion of herself is low because she doing all kind of stuff she never did before, and doing all these things ain't gonna do nothing but bring her self-esteem way down low until she'll have to look up just to see the flow. And the stuff won't stop there, you know, because once it gets started, it's just likes to go. And before long, it'll really start to show how she losing her power and her spirit is broken. And oh, Lord, have mercy. I wish my sister wasn't smoking no more. I wish my cousin wasn't smoking no more. Because he messed up his life when he hit that crack pipe. He's up every night fiending, steadily going through his mother's purse, thieving, selling her only precious jewels so that he could get a pull and be left strung out in the middle of the street. Oh, I wish he could see what I see. I wish my cousin wasn't smoking no more. I wish my uncle wasn't smoking no more. Because his hands get too friendly every time he comes near me. And when I'm dreaming, I can feel him breathing, plotting, stepping, stopping, 2 seconds away from Uncle. Please, please, please stop and don't trade your protection for this perverted subjection. I used to see God in you. Master art thou, Uncle, I believed in you. But knife to the neck, I wish I murdered you. But every time you go sober, I smile quietly, faking, thinking inside, eyeing you, wishing my uncle wasn't smoking no more. I wish my aunt wasn't smoking no more because she used to be my best friend I always confided in.
My girlfriend, thank you for being a friend. Ooh, oh, yeah. Traveled down the road and back again. So we started from the bottom, now we're here. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Thank you for being my girlfriend.
Until her midnight sipping left her weary and dripping to the clear ends of a bottle where she began puffing and spitting, spilling all the family secrets to avoid her demons, forgetting my love for her didn't need to be mistreated or heated like a needle above a spoon. Sometimes I wish I could shake that fool and throw her to the moon. I wish my aunt wasn't smoking no more. I wish my father wasn't smoking no more. Because the blame never holds his name. And the pain is too much to contain. So for things to remain the same, he rolls up and dashes in a little coke up. He never shows up. Instead, he's on a corner slanted, laying like he on a sofa. He never grows up or comes around to love me, to hug me, to see about me, his offspring, his pride and glory. But surely he thinks of me when the window is raised or a car speeds away, or someone forgot their headphones in that incoming Luther Vandross song hands his guilt a microphone. I wish, no, I would love.
Oh, I'd love to dance with my father again.
No. I wish my father wasn't smoking no more. I wish my mama wasn't smoking no more. Because I get tired of crying for her. When she gets tired of trying for her, and her spirit is slowly dying, yet her attitude is defiantly lacking gratitude. Sometimes becoming downright rude, that stuff she's sniffing, it takes her through so many moods, and she's hardly eating but any food, and we could go on and forget about nutrition, because every day and every night, she's on a whole other mission, and once again, I'm right back to wishing. I wish she only listened. Can she feel how much I'm missing? Spending time with her, kicking the bobos. She used to like KC, I used to like JoJo. Together we were hoping they would never go solo. Be like Al Green and stay together, and not like Puffy and J-Lo. But that was our dream. Way back in the day though, before, you know? And all I could do was keep praying and coping, keep giving you love and support, and keep hoping that you'll keep your mind open to what you can do and take back your power when you're ready to. But until that does happen, you won't feel what I'm saying. You won't take me more serious and realize that I ain't playing. You need to keep praying and staying in touch. I'm always going to be here because I love you that much, but looking at your life, it fills me with a hard to shake feeling. I'm filled with emotion. Sometimes I can't talk because my tears got me choking, and I can't do my job, and I'm supposed to be joking, but God, it is so hard to stay alive, to go on another day, to love myself, especially when you love somebody who's smoking. Thank you. This next poem is, I'm going to give you a trigger warning. It talks about the survival of suicide. It talks about the survival of suicide. And I want to give you all 30 seconds. If you're in this room and this is too much to hear, take care of yourself. We won't judge you if you got to get up and go. But it's not a tough ending if you can open your heart to it. Nobody knows the troubles I've seen. Nobody knows but Jesus. Nobody knows, because nobody ever asked. And nobody bothered to check in anymore on the kid living on the 5th floor, the one whom mama works all day and father limps with a cane for pay. Nobody makes sure the kid get home safe. All they do is send him to the store for a blunt and cigarettes, but never ever offers him any of the change. Nobody checks his report card or hangs up his science award. Nobody ever asks if he could play ball. All he does is sit at home all day and wait and wait and wait for mama to get in and ask, "Hey, mama, how was your day?" In a minute, son, as if he's complaining. Nobody sung happy birthday to him, or brought him a plate for Thanksgiving, or made him a scarf for Christmas, and didn't bother to tell him when New Year's came in. And because he believed he was absolutely nobody, it all made sense when somebody walked into the room, stepped on the bridge, saw them about to, but grabbed them by the face and said in the words of Jill Scott, "What exactly, my dear, are you clinging to? Some propaganda stating you're going as far as you're going to? That your growth is finite and limited? That your life is an impossible dream? Oh, please, They've been shoveling them lies since the 50s. Can't nobody decide what your life can move through? This is your time and your challenge. What is it that you want to do? Sit and be still and not shine the way your light was meant to? Oh, I pray that ain't true. I hope that ain't true. Please don't fall into the abyss because something negative once ruled you. Please understand I'm from where you are and I got to fight my demons too. Please don't give up because somebody broke your heart and some things fell through. This is your life, honey. You owe it. Life does not owe you, okay? An obstacle is a thing that impedes or blocks one's way. You can climb over, you can chip under, you can go around it, you can cut through it, you can ignore it, but you can do it. You can do it. Nobody knows. And they didn't need to, because an angel came by and reminded them that you can do it. Thank you. Now, I have the pleasure of sitting down for a couple of minutes and handing this vessel over to these beautiful artists. And I am enamored by their talent, and they are powerhouses, monsters. Before they even go up, and just let alone with Nubia, can we just give them a round of applause? I have been performing my entire life, right? I ran away when I was 14, and I went straight into dance. And I have prayed to be around people who are just so gifted. Not only are they gifted, they're in their gift. They're two different things. They're in their gift, and they're gifted. And the next one, that's how I would define him. Everybody give it up for who I believe to be akin to Sarah Vaughan, John Jamieson. Look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree, and it feels like I'm clinging to a cloud. I don't understand, I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. Or it might be the sound of your hello, the music I hear. I get misty the moment you're near. Can't you see that you're leading me on? And it's just what I want you to do. Can't you notice how hopelessly I'm lost? That's why I'm following you. On my own, walking through this wonderland alone. Not knowing my right foot from my left, my hands from my glove. I'm too misty and too much in love. too much in love. As Erykah Badu says, oh my, incredible, right? Oh. Next up, performing some original work, the poetess herself, Miss Sadiqa Shabazz.
There we go. You are going to have to love me through the untidy locks and the gap in my teeth, through the stretch marks that spread like roads on a map, through the back rows, thick thighs, ass, stomach, breasts, arms, hell, everything is thick. And you'll like it. You are going to have to love me through the Sirata Mustaqim, my deen, even if you don't know what it means. Through the sunrise and sunsets, the 5 times a day. My head being wrapped in a hijab on Fridays. Through the fasting months and no pork on my fork. Through the duality of religion in the Western world. Through the righteous and the ratchet. You are going to have to love me through the big laughs, the deep smiles, the jokes to ease the tension, the corny-ass jokes, and the really good ones. Through the times my back is up, at the times when the I love yous are said through tight lips, but it's always felt. Through the times of sound and quiet. You are going to have to love me through the dog hair and the endless hermit crab talk. You are going to have to love me through the pain that you can and can't see, the success, the friends, and family. You are going to have to love me through the moans, the biting, the kissing, the soft caresses, and the rough ones. Through heavy breaths, short nails and supple insides, rapturous cries and imprints. Because this is who I am, and I will only grow and settle from here. But I promise you, I'm all worth it. Thank you.
She moved my mic. Next up, performing an original piece too. One of my best friends in this whole wide world.
All right now. All right.
One of the strongest voices I have ever felt and had the pleasure of hearing and witnessing. A poetess, a songstress, an actress, a director, a writer. Everybody give it up for Nubia Monks.
Have you ever loved somebody so much it makes you cry? Have you ever needed something so bad you can't sleep at night? Have you ever tried to find the words but they don't come out right? Have you ever? Have you ever? Have you ever? Have you ever hated that you loved someone so much? I said, have you ever hated that you loved someone so much? Well, y'all, I am in love with a woman. Yeah, I said it. I'm in love with a woman, but not just any woman. Y'all, guess her sign. She's a Libra. I'm a Gemini. She's the heir to my heir, the apple of my eye. Something about these Libras, always extra super thoughtful and extra super kind. She even has a laugh that sounds a lot like mine. Beautiful dog brown skin with those almond-shaped eyes. And don't even get me started on how those cheekbones rise. Whenever she smiles, that big old smile, her cheeks like to reach for the sky, and I fall in love with those cheekbones every single time. I am smitten, enamored by this woman's very existence. She is beautiful. When I think of God, she is who I envision, and I mean, she's a black woman, so that's a given. Yet still, I wish I could tell her how I feel. Instead, I keep these feelings hidden. Rejection is the only risk I am not willing to take because this little heart of mine can't afford another break. Yet, here I am, doing that thing fools do when they finally answer love's call. I'm ready and willing to risk it all. I am crazy about this woman, completely enthralled, and she doesn't even know it. Because fear never really allowed me to show it, but I can no longer live my life pretending that these feelings aren't real and that they don't exist, because the more I try to fight it, the harder it is to resist when she tells me that I'm hers and nobody else's. Or when she tells me that she loves me, those sweet kisses on my cheek that she leaves me right before she is about to leave me. It is in those few seconds of affection that I am bound to believe that maybe she does love me the way that she says that she loves me and need me the way that she says that she needs me. But if this is true, then why is she always leaving? Abandonment is not a love song I want our love story to play, but for the life of me, why am I not good enough to make her stay? I am so in love with this woman. So in love that I've spent my life hating her because I couldn't have her. Hating her because I couldn't be enough for her. Why wasn't I enough for her? No. Why couldn't I just give up on her? No. Why am I stuck in this love with her? I love her because she is my mother. Have you ever found the one you dreamed of all your life? Do just about anything to look into their eyes so that she could see that my eyes are her eyes. My smile is her smile. My cheekbones are her cheekbones. My face is her face. Had she just held me long enough to really see me, maybe then she would have stayed. Have you ever closed your eyes and dreamed that they were there? And all you can do is wait for the day when they would care. Because I waited. At 6, I sat by the window. At 10, I stood by the door. At 12, I wrote you letters begging to be yours. At 14, I sat on that porch. At 20, I cried on the floor. And at 29, I say I just can't afford to be without you anymore. I love you too much. So much that I've searched for you. I've yearned for you. I've needed you. I've slit my wrist and watched myself bleed for you. Rolled up my sleeves right before you were about to leave so that you could see the scars on my arms, so that maybe then you could believe that I do need you to love me, because there's nothing like a mother's love, especially when you're a little girl who's hurting. Mommy, life is scary. Mommy, a man climbed on top of me today and did bad things to me, really bad things, and it hurt, and I was scared, and you weren't there. Mommy, they keep calling me blackie, darky, monkey, ugly, and I believe them, and you weren't there. Mommy, a boy at school said he loves me, even thinks I'm pretty, said no one will ever love me the way he does, but he also hits me and loves me and hits me and loves me, so I stay, because he always says he's sorry and that it won't happen again, but then it does happen again and again and again and again and again. He keeps hitting me. I told him I didn't want to have sex with him, so he kicked me. I told him reading my journals was an invasion of my privacy, so he punched me. I told him I liked someone else, so he choked me. I told him I was leaving him, and he threatened to kill me. He's scaring me, Mommy, but he's the first person to ever really choose me, and you weren't there, Mommy. 2 bullets hit me tonight. Can you believe it? 2 pierced right through my left hand and in the back of my head. There was so much blood, I thought I was dead. I was really scared. I called for you, and you weren't there, and you weren't there, and you weren't there, and you weren't there. Mommy, it's really lonely here. Without you, I feel fractured. Your absence has left me shattered, broken, like it's impossible to be whole because the woman I come from refuses to be there. You keep letting me go. What could be more important than this, than me? I gotta know. They say you're an addict. Is that why you weren't there? They say your addiction is a sickness, but Mommy, I promise you my love is more powerful than any drug. God be my witness. Mommy, I can fix this because I can't stop myself from loving you. So tell me, what do I have to do, huh? What do I gotta do to be enough for you, huh? What's your favorite color? Tell me your favorite color and I'll travel to the end of the rainbow and make it mine too. Tell me your favorite song and I'll never stop singing it for you. What's your favorite food? I don't really know how to cook, but I will learn for you. Tell me what makes you happy, what makes you sad. Share with me your hopes and your dreams, and I'll share with you mine. Just promise me this one thing, that you won't leave me this time. And even if you don't know how to love me, and if it's the guilt that you feel, because I am your daughter and because I love you, I will walk this journey with you until both of our wounds are healed. And I pray for the day when I can lay in your arms and know that I am my mother's daughter and that she does love me the way that she says that she loves me and need me the way that she says that she needs me. Believe me, Mommy, I love you. Mommy, I forgive you. But Mommy, do you love me enough to let me in and let go of your stuff so that I can be your hope, I can be your dreams, I can be your courage, I can be your love? Mommy, have you ever loved somebody? Have you ever needed something so bad you can't sleep at, just can't sleep at night? Because I have. Because I do love you. But Mommy, do you love me enough to let me in and let go of your stuff so that I can be enough for you? Thank you.
Yeah, that was me in every rehearsal, screaming like y'all. Just incredible. And listening to that poem each and every time, I found it to be very necessary for a moment of silence. But before we take it, let's put a purpose to it. This moment of silence is for all of us. Everybody in this room has or had a parent, and people do the best they can to love us. And one day, maybe all of us in this room will have a child or some student or somebody we love, and we will do the best we can, and we won't see our blind spots. And we don't give ourselves time to mourn that hurt, that pain. So let's take a moment of silence for ourselves, our inner child, the children of the future, for the mistakes we will make and the mistakes we have made. This next poem, I really was not going to do, but then Florida said, we can't say gay. And I said, honey, hold my wig. I'm just gonna get some water, and I'm gonna rip it.
Hydrate, baby, hydrate.
also want to say this too, for those of us that are teachers in this room, English, anything, those of you that read applications or put out calls for diversity. The English language is so expansive, and music is a part of that. Unfortunately, for a lot of cultures, specifically in my case, from Black culture, we weren't allowed to publish for so long. All of our information is in the music. So when you read it with the respect that it is. Too many times I'm seeing stuff of students being thrown out or the applications being thrown out because they are writing the life they live, how they live it. So if we can open up a door a little bit so that everyone is truly welcome when we put those calls for diversity out. You know, we have to do a little more than allowing someone that does a particular culture a credit. Let people show up as they are. Yeah? This how I talk, even though I know it's not grammatically correct. That don't make me no difference. I just need you to respect the way I say what I say when I talk every day, even though I may not speak for effect. This is how I talk.
Mercy.
We live in a country that's so full of it, so don't criticize me because I can't get with your grammar, your lingo, you're doing your thing. Oh, I'm wrong because I used to watch Love and Hip Hop and you used to watch the Goldbergs. Oh, no, I don't think so. This is how I talk.
All right.
Just because I don't say it how you tell me I should, that don't make what I'm saying misunderstood. I talk like I wanna, I'm just being me. Because I feel justified and I just feel so free because I've experienced up close your hypocrisy when you stole away my identity, then told me that I was supposed to be me, then tried to trick a trick by telling me I'm free. This is how I talk, and this is how it's gonna be until you can explain to me some foul stuff about you. I'ma talk just the way that I choose to. You see, I really don't think they got my best interests at heart, and I'm not being rebellious. I'm just being smart, because it's not easy to live in a nation that's okay with welfare, but not reparations.
Right now.
Trapping you in the system and calling it help. Girl, just open up the door and I'll get it myself. This is how I talk. And it's all I got left. To say what I want and in my own way, and I'm going to utilize the right while I got it today, because if the right people get pissed, they're going to take that away. Don't forget that in schools it's now illegal to say gay. Don't hate on me because I call what I see. Just don't fear the truth because it will set you free. But that freedom we speak of, it comes at a price. Don't lose your strength because you're trying to be nice. Go ahead and piss somebody off once or twice. I could guarantee y'all to be worth the sacrifice. You know, the junkies, the dealers in my neighborhood, y'all stressing in the news how they ain't no good, but what I never hear about is how they could have access to millions in trafficking goods when most of these people never leave the neighborhood. But as soon as a little rich suburbanite mimic, you're screaming on a TV that it's an epidemic. It wasn't a problem as long as it stayed in the streets and the parks where the dark children played. This is how I talk, and I won't shut up until those in power realize we've had enough, and I am tired. Tired of seeing the same stuff on the news every day. I'm tired of hearing that the perpetrator got suspended with pay. That's a vacation if we're going to keep this real. Tired of knowing they don't give a damn how I feel.
Mercy, God.
You see, you need to learn to respect that it's not about ignorance. It's about dialect. I talk like I wanna. I don't need anyone's permission. And don't be tripping because I end a sentence with a preposition. This is how I talk. And before you ask, no, I'm not high. This how I talk. This just how I cry. Thank you. And before we deliver this closing poem, I just once again, if we could give a round of applause for Ahmed on the keys. Nico and Martha up top doing everything to run the show behind the scenes. Thank you to Leah and Maura. We appreciate everything you've done. Julia, I know you couldn't be here tonight. Give it up for Nubia one more time. And lastly, Sadiqa and John. And close your eyes for 1 second. Give it up for yourself. Beautiful. So, is Reverend Kathleen here? Hi. Give it up for Reverend Kathleen, y'all. She does language, okay? She asked me to write a poem about joy, and I was like, okay. Well, let me go live it. Right, let me go write that part. And so I ended at this. When I was asked to write a poem about joy, I almost had a panic attack. So I sat, meditated quietly for 17 minutes, traveled to my ancestors' 40 million acres, protected by 40,000 mules, stood on the porch and waited for them to answer. And to my surprise, Fannie Lou Hamer came out. And with the Mississippi heat still beaming behind her smile, she said, "And what can I do for you, baby?" Simmered by her warmth, I whispered, How, Fannie? With all that you've gone through, how are you able to still have joy? Joy, she said. She walked to the edge of the porch, stood quietly and stared into the sun for 7 minutes. Did you hear me? Did I hear what I said? The answer to your question, she said, did you hear me? With all due God's graces, you haven't answered my question. Sometimes, she responded, in a tone and rhythm 3 beats below a song. Sometimes the answer is right on you. Come stand in the sun, she said. Close your eyes. Do you feel that? Think about a time when you were most happy. A time where harm was out of the statement and love was the answer and the question. Think about the time you smiled because you knew your life was a gift. Remember that smile. Remember that smile, her tone shifted. Remember that smile for when things change, because things will change. She began singing. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And I begin to understand something, that this little light of mine is mine, and I'm gonna let it shine. And can't nobody touch it and make it theirs. Can't nobody step on it until it blacks out. This little light of mine is mine, and I am going to hold on to it. She said that this little light of mine is mine, and I'm gonna let it shine. And well, while weeping may endure for the night, right, joy cometh in the morning. You see, she said it, at this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Sing it with me. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. Sing it with me, y'all. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. You can get up on your feet if you feel it. Come on now. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Sing it for yourselves. This little light of mine, I love you all. I'm gonna let it shine. Keep believing in poetry. Shine, let it shine, let it shine. Thank you for coming tonight. Keep singing. This